Beverly Halberg's here, founder and president of District Media Group, guest columnist for our partners at The Hill. All right, am I right to look at this as just another case of, dare I say, male hubris?
I think you're partially right, but I want to add a little bit more color to it. I would actually say that Tom Brady thinks he didn't end on top, that while he has had 7 Super Bowl wins and therefore 7 rings, that his last game of last season, which was a disappointing loss in the playoffs, is a reason why he's back this year. He wants to end with that 8th Super Bowl ring. But I do think it does point to what you brought up, which is when you have these superstars where they have spent their entire life, for Tom Brady, more than just the 2 decades of playing in the NFL, but of course his summers, falls, and winters, the majority of his life playing football, I think they struggle with what their identity is without the sport itself. So I think it was Gisele who encouraged him to retire at the very great old age of 44 for a sports player, and he regretted that decision. He looked back and said, I don't know who I am without this. And so he decided to sign up, hopefully winning a Super Bowl ring. But I think a lot of us look at it and realize that's probably not going to happen this year. Right.
He could have also retired after his 7th Super Bowl win and just said I'm done and walk away. He didn't do that either. Look, we always have to say that missing in all of these conversations is a couple of kids whose mom and dad now are being very publicly shown to have this huge food. It can't be fun or good. That's the cost of celebrity. But what is it about people who, after their 7th Super Bowl win, or after becoming the first women's Speaker of the House, or whatever it is, they can't simply hang it up? They just have to go for one more. I guess the only people who can't do that is 2-term U.S. presidents.
Yeah, that's why we need term limits. Maybe we need sports limits as well to help these individuals do something else in their life beyond the sport. But I think it does go back to the identity crisis. When you play at the level that Tom Brady is playing, it's not just talent. It's a ton of hard work, and he's notorious for his work ethic. It's what do you do with your time? And I think something else to consider, and you mentioned the kids, which is obviously a sad component to all of this should they get divorced, is his wife also gave up a lot of her career in order to support her husband. So I think there are a lot of women looking at this saying, look, she was a superstar, is a superstar in her own right. She had this amazing career as a model, and she is the one who's been caring for the children the bulk of the time, especially during the football season. So I think there are a lot of women who feel for her because in her own right, she's had this amazing career, and she's the one who's sacrificed. And I think she's asking her husband now to sacrifice.
Right. It's why it's all of a sudden we haven't really ever had a sports couple or a big celebrity couple where one gave up their career for the other one, and now you have this cultural conversation too with everybody at any couples dinner now about Tom and Gisele. Hey, it was great to see you, Beverly. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.